It is your Classic Metal Show right here on the ClassicMetalShow.com. That is something brand new from Chastain with We Bleed Metal. And kicking off the show tonight, we heard something from a band out of Sweden called Thunder Mother with Thunder Machine. And speaking of Thunder Machine, I want to welcome my friend and partner, Chris Aiken. What's going on, Chris?
I don't know how I equate to Thunder Machine, but okay.
You don't think you're the Thunder Machine in this this unit we call the Classic Metal Show? Oh,
I don't know. I'm just a soft teddy bear.
As we've always said over the years, that I just lob the shots and you knock them over the net.
If you say so. I know that's what other people have said. I just tend to think that we work well together.
I agree. Yeah.
Don't you find it funny when people try to pick a side between us?
I do, but I think it's just through relatability.
You think?
Yeah, I think that, that I'm more of the calm demeanor. There's some people who, are calm and they just kind of seek peace in their life and whatnot. And then there's people who are full of rage, like yourself, and they relate to that side of you that's, that rages on.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I think that more people are like you than me. But I think I say things that people want to say, but you say things the way that people do say.
Yeah, well, I'm a little more diplomatic.
Oh, yeah, I would definitely say that's true.
I have a little more, I don't know what you want to call it. Couth, business acumen. I don't know what you want to call it.
Right.
I mean, you work by yourself, so you're kind of a little more freewheeling. I've had to be a little more diplomatic in my lifestyle and dealing with business-related matters and, things. So, I think you bring a little bit of the abrasiveness to the show that I don't, but I bring the more level-headed, presentation.
Well, the one thing I always say to people, because, as you're well aware, and you may get some of this too on Twitter now that you're actually available to people in some medium, but I've gotten for years always where people try to pick the side and they try to say, well, and a lot of times they'll say, well, when you left the show sucked. And my answer is always, yeah, but when I do the show by myself, the show sucks. It's never good unless me and you both do it.
Right. Well, you got to have one and the other.
You do. And that's I have fun when we do the occasional, goofy show with Jackyl or John or Steffi or whatever. But if we did that every week, it would never work.
Of course not.
It wouldn't, because especially with John tries to out-shock me. And then it's just two fucking drunken lunatics trying to be ridiculous.
Right. Well, I mean, the reason show like Opie and Anthony worked so well for so many years is that there weren't two Anthonys on the show.
Right.
Or
exactly.
two Opies. If there was two Opies, it would be boring. If there were two Anthonys, it would be just too abrasive.
Right. Exactly. You need that mix.
Yeah. You need a nice balance there. So. It works for whatever reason, and people still tune into the stupid show every week and listen live and download thousands upon thousand downloads a week.
And we had a pretty good week this week, didn't
we? We did, and I noticed that more and more people are listening to the 24-hour stream.
Yep, it's slowly working.
Yeah, it is.
That change that I made from 2 months ago or 3 months ago, everybody bitched, but now everybody's on board with it.
Yeah, I did get a Twitter a couple of weeks ago. I didn't bring it to the table, but one of my Twitter followers says, "Tell Chris Aiken that new system sucks."
Okay, thanks.
Well, what he was complaining about is that sometimes you and I go into the Spreaker, and we delete the show that just finished up its 5-hour run.
Yeah.
And somebody might be in the middle of listening to it.
Yeah.
And then we delete it, and then it just cuts off.
Well, download it.
Yeah, I know. But, not everybody's got a handle on it. And if you're listening to it on your smartphone or something, you may not be able to download it that way.
Well, here's the reality to that. We're really not supposed to leave it up at all. I leave it up till the next day as a courtesy. for those that really want to get the whole show, but really we're not supposed to leave it up at all.
Yeah, well, I delete it I delete it about twice a day.
Yeah, and I go in and I usually check. I get an email, when it cuts to a new episode of one, I'll get an email, and then I'll check, and most of the time you beat me to it. So I think you listen to it more than I do.
Yeah,
so
I listen to it, but I also check it every about a half a day.
Okay.
Through about a half a day, I'll go in and look, and there's 4 or 5 episodes there that need to be taken down, and I'll take them down.
Yeah, because I tend to catch about one a day.
Mm-hmm.
And that's fine. I mean, look, people just gonna have to deal with it. It's all there. It's all over the place. It's all on YouTube. It's all on, everywhere. Everything except the music is everywhere.
Right.
So stop like we're fucking you over. We talk over 5 hours per show.
Sure.
I mean, honestly, that's the real number. Last week was 5 hours and 11 minutes of
just
bits.
talk. Yeah, just talk.
And the show was almost exactly 6 hours last week.
Yeah, we've been hitting the mark pretty good here the last month or so.
Right.
Right at 6 hours. So yeah, we're doing over 5 hours worth of talking in that time.
Yeah, we're playing commercial lengths of music. Really, that's all we're doing. Yeah. 3 minutes and then back to it.
Yeah, exactly. So, but this week was I found it very topical this week.
Okay.
About the guy who wants to be accepted for his transitioning to a woman.
Right.
That was a really good segment.
It was fun.
That one got you all fired up, and then of course the racist dating sites.
That was funny.
Yeah, that was really good. And then the Moogle thing.
Oh, he's just a douche.
I know, but it still made me laugh. I think the funniest part of that is when Jackyl gets fired up.
Yeah, because he just hates Moogle.
I know, and I like when Tom the Scot calls in and, gives his very candid view of life and dating and how to handle women and situations in life in general.
Right. Do you think that if Jackyl had the chance, he would send Moogle to ISIS just to be killed?
Oh, just to be killed? Yeah, I was going to say. I was just thinking to myself, how would that be beneficial? And it's just like, okay, yeah, I get that part.
Yeah, do you think that Jackyl, in all seriousness, if he could, he would send that kid?
Do you think? Do I think that Jackyl would send Moogle to his certain death?
Yes,
and be able to live with it.
Yes, if he could, if today
he could, I'm gonna
get away with
say,
it, no repercussions other than he has to know that he did it.
I'm gonna say, even though that Jackyl comes off as this hardcore metal guy sometimes and just no nonsense, I think that deep down inside, if it was really drop the knife or not, I think he would abstain.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it would depend largely on how much he'd had to drink that day.
So we're talking about being influenced here.
Yeah. If he'd had a few beers in him, I think Moogle would be on the fast train to a cage being lit on fire.
Exactly. Wow.
I think that's how he would play it. But if he was stone sober, I think he would think twice about it.
Sure, I think so as well.
Look at this in the chat room. Kevin Romano, I want to fuck Moogle's mom so bad. What? Why?
Okay.
Why do you want to do that?
Okay.